And in international news, Tokyo Stock Exchange saw losses today, with the Nikkei falling 1.6% on reports of spreading radiation contamination into food and water close to the Fukushima reactor. Until yesterday, the Nikkei had risen nearly 17% from its March 15th low as cheap valuations attracted investors. However, the Nikkei index is still down more than 8% from its pre-quake levels on March 11th. Reflecting the interest in Japanese stocks, data from TrimTab's investment showed that Japan equity exchange-traded funds attracted $1.2 billion in the past week. That's the largest weekly inflow on record. The cost of living in the UK in February has risen again. British inflation remained well above the Bank of England's 2% target rate. Consumer prices surged to a 28-month high last month of 4.4%, reviving speculation that interest rates will soon rise. Retail prices rose by 5.5% from 5.1% in January. That's the highest increase since 1991. Higher housing costs, domestic heating bills and clothing prices were largely to blame. The surge in inflation puts the Bank of England under more pressure to raise interest rates soon. The British pound strengthened on the inflation figures and on speculation that interest rates will in fact go up. The world's fourth largest listed gold miner, Gold Fields, said it was possible that the price of bullion may break $1,500 an ounce this year on the back of positive fundamentals. Nick Holland, the CEO of Gold Fields, told Reuters that the current supply-demand fundamentals are in favor of gold. Spot gold today traded at $1,431 an ounce. The price would have to rise only 5% to reach the $1,500 threshold. Gold last year rallied 30%. So far, this year's record gold price stands at $1,444 an ounce. The Reserve Bank of India, the country's central bank, has expanded its branch network by conducting a financial outreach program in India's northeastern Manipur state. The RBI also set up a new branch of the United Bank of India in the Ukhrul district, which was inaugurated by Chairman Bhaskar Sen. This is the second bank branch opened in the district after a gap of 40 years. RBI Executive Director D.K. Mohanty said that by following a process of phased expansion, more bank branches would be opened up all over restive Manipur and eventually expand to the other northeastern states of India. Mohanty also talked about the various problems that the RBI faced, where supply of coins and currency notes are sometimes irregular. Mohanty also said that more ATMs are to be opened up in the state.
It's a very good news that we are planning to, because that is another issue came up, that governing again from Assam, from Guwahati, other centers is becoming difficult, and increasingly we will be opening offices in different parts. And I am happy to announce that in Agartala, we will be opening the next office. In fact, our Reserve Bank Central Board meeting would be held in Agartala in May.
Meanwhile, Michael Dell, the founder and CEO of Dell Incorporation, while announcing expansion plans for India, said on Tuesday that the company's annual revenue in the country was nearing $2 billion. Dell, the world's second largest personal computer making firm, which has 23,000 employees in India, plans to add a few thousand more people to its Indian operations over the next years. The company forecasts a 5 to 9% revenue growth for the fiscal year 2012. That translates into revenues between $64 and $67 billion. India is Dell's largest employee base outside the United States.
We're continuing to invest here and continuing to grow the business. If you look at the last decade, it's been a pretty steady and consistent investment growth. You know, if I look out to 2020, 2030, I mean, India is sort of on a clear path to become the third largest economy in the world, and our investment will scale very nicely in support of that, not just for the local market, but of course India for us is a critical part of our infrastructure.
That's it for international business. Before we head back to news, let's take a quick look at the Asian equity, commodity and currency markets, and after that, Mona Nasser is back with the news.